Oh, the band is back together. It's time for Sidekicks once again. You know, on the far right, that's Chris Black, head coach of St. Ursula. You know, right next to me, it's Francis Stevens, and he needs no title. But in the middle, Sean Kagan of Pacesetter. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy to be here.
Thanks for having me.
I already knew he was happy to be here. I didn't even have to ask. Let's get started right now with what happened. An incredible weekend. Sean, we'll start with you as far as the boys are concerned. St. John's and Northview doing battle once again. An incredible victory for Northview.
Yeah, definitely a great game. From what I can say is Ryan Buells was definitely the difference maker in that game. 10 saves I think he had, but it was expected, I think, for Northview to come out on top on
This
that
has been a heck of a rivalry, Francis, these two teams in the playoffs, hasn't it?
It's been incredible for the last 3 years, and just to think you've seen so many kids grow up because you got the big brothers who were gone, but the little brothers won it. The little brothers stepped up and won the games. I thought Nathan Masters was absolutely incredible in the midfield. Luke Gonia really stepped up, maybe caused a lot of issues, but it was about Tyler Biggs and just his presence. But Ryan Buells, and I told him this before we went and interviewed him, I said, if your mother Kathy was still around to see this, she would be so proud of you. She was there yesterday, definitely in spirit.
Yeah, nice touch there. Got to talk to Kathy a couple of times. What an incredible presence there for the boys and for Northview soccer in general. All right, let's move on. Anthony Wayne at St. Francis and Sean, again, this is another incredible game. Comes down to a shootout and a Generals advance.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable, but like Francis said already, 5 times the district champs. I mean, they're going to come back, they're going to play hard. Anthony Wayne is a physical team. They're really well organized. They've got talent.
St. Francis left a lot on the table. The difference is this Anthony Wayne team, they know how to win in the playoffs because they've been in this game 4 times. They've beaten Anthony Wayne now. St. Francis now 3 years in a row, rightfully so. Brian Billings, I mean, he's got a dynasty over there now. I mean, it's 5 years in a row.
I hear there's some pretty good 7- and 8-year-olds coming up the pipeline, Anthony Wayne, too. Let's
I don't know who that kid would be, right?
Send them my way.
That's right. We'll bring Chris Black in now. Chris, you've been quiet way too long over there. All right, let's start with a team you know a little bit about. The Clay Eagles playing Perrysburg, and the Jackets come out on top.
Yeah, and they really, it's a game that you figured Perrysburg was going to get through. But that being said, you know, Clay's so dangerous all year on set pieces, so that could have been a deciding factor. But the games, as it seems to be the parity, just goes on and on and on, and a late winner for Perrysburg. And, you know, really not that many people surprised outside of Oregon, but, you know, anyone could have won that game, and Perrysburg came out on top.
Sean, you know a little bit about Clay being an alum.
Yeah,
your thoughts?
That's my hometown. I was there for the whole game. It was an exciting one. I'll be honest, you can call me biased if you want, but I think Clay should have won that game.
Sure.
They had chances, but Perrysburg as well had plenty of opportunities. They were solid in the PKs at the end. They even put 2 or 3 off the post in the last few minutes of the game in that final OT. So it was a nail-biter, but congrats to Perrysburg for pulling it through.
If anybody knows how good Clay is, it's the man on your right over there, but we won't go back down that road. Sorry, Coach. All right, let's shift to the other district. Notre Dame and Southview. Southview takes Notre Dame to a couple of overtimes. Impressed? Surprised?
No, not at all. I mean, realistically, that's a team that just has so much attack up top. I mean, Poole, the freshman, coming in to change things up, Charlie Cale. They're very, very dangerous. I think the question always for Southview was how much experience they have in the playoffs, because they really did not have any. And coming in. So now Savannah Southview, of course, they didn't get what they wanted, they didn't get through, but they battled, and they had their chances as well. And now next year, with those young players, they have a chance to go a little bit farther. They've got the experience.
Week 16,
Yes.
Notre Dame, Perrysburg. Who you got?
I'm actually going to go Notre Dame. I'm going to go on the Notre Dame side, not just the Catholic school. No one told me from Archdiocese I had to say this that I'm aware of. I didn't check my mailbox.
Right. For the boys, let's start with Sean. All NLL matchup. Anthony Wayne, Northview. Who you got?
It's a tough one to decide, but I think with the history and everything, I think Anthony Wayne might come out on top in this one. It'll be a close one. I'll predict a 1-0 win.
1-0. That would make sense. Francis, your predictions have been horrible, but I'll ask you anyways. Who you got?
If I give an edge, it's going to be an edge to Northview right now. They had to beat a really good St. John's team.
All right, before we get out of here, Sean, what's happening at Pacesetter coming up?
So Pacesetter, we're just ending the fall season right now. We've got some winter camps coming up here that start in November. So if you can check out pacesettersoccer.net, there's tons of information on there for some winter camps and academies. And we'd love to see the youth in the area get out there and get involved.
Well done. Like a veteran on his very first time. He is Chris Black on the far right, head coach St. Ursula. He's Sean Kagan with Pacesetter. This is Francis Stevens, who always dresses up for this episode of Sidekicks.